Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, and this is your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today, we are here live at the World Trade Center. We're going to be talking about everything that is terpenes. We are here with some awesome guests, and so let's just kind of get right into the bios here. First off is David Heldreth with True Terpenes. Next up is Dr. Alison Draisin. She's representing Terpestival and CASP. And remotely, we have Kayla Hall with Cannabinder. And also remotely is Hunter Holliman with Forefront Ventures. And then we have Nicole Wicker of Altopa. Nicole is the CEO and founder of Altopa, maker of the Oblend. And we are at the World Trade Center. It's a little shout out to them. The World Trade Center grows trade and investment by providing direct access to the largest business network in the world with 300 offices in 99 countries. The World Trade Center Tacoma is the lone trade service for the Pacific Northwest. Their seminars, award ceremonies, and conferences can generate contacts and contracts. Trade research can clarify opportunities, and their matchmaking can turn those opportunities into trade. Personally, I get peace of mind with international purchase orders from bank guarantees and international letters of credit. I also like the e-commerce export store, which is partnered with Alibaba. It's translated to 18 languages and gives you an opportunity to put your products online and get them overseas to hard-to-reach places like Asia. Are terpenes the secret to award-winning strains? And how, and follow-up, how will terpenes influence 2019 and beyond?
Well, I guess I could start by saying that, David brought up the coffee industry. I worked in the coffee industry for 10 years, and, so I went from, just making a drip coffee to pour overs and, trying to help people experience the flavors and the aroma of coffee. And I feel like we had that first wave where it was Folgers and instant coffee. When we went into the second wave, which was the Starbucks, and cafes started popping up. And now we're in the third wave where it's more, it's craft. And I think going in, from 2019 and moving forward, we are definitely seeing already a shift towards more craft cannabis, and an appreciation for it as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to start hearing a lot more about terpenes and terpene profiles. I served as a bud tender in San Francisco for a little while. One of my favorite ways to interact with a new patient really is, don't look at the testing. Don't look at any of the numbers. Here's 20 cultivars in jars. Smell each one. And that gives me the opportunity as a bud tender to talk about the terpene profiles and really, really try and educate a little bit there. And then really say, was the Jack Herrera really, really, was that your favorite from an olfactory sense, like from a terpene perspective? And then maybe that's your body telling you that you need the, alpha pinene and, limonene, that your body is creating those therapeutic effects. I really like to talk about cannabis as far as terpene profiles, and I think a lot of people are going to continue to expand that discussion, and not just cannabis native terpenes. I mean, we're even we're talking about the LaCroix thing. People know what the essence of orange is or what the essence of lavender is, but oh my God, it's actually a terpene. So we can talk about that, and essential oils and aromatherapy and all the sort of cross or trans category discussions that we can have, not just on cannabis and terpenes, but other things as well.
Because cannabis is not federally legal in the U.S., it prevents a lot of our pharmaceutical companies and other companies performing clinical trials. Well, with the recent passed Farm Bill allowing mass production of hemp-based CBD, I believe that this is opening up the world to, or at least the U.S., to being able to start conducting these clinical trials, even if it's with hemp, but they can start adding terpenes to these different products, and they'll publish their information. So I think we are about to hit a huge educational wave with terpenes over the next couple of years. I really do believe we're going to advance rapidly.
Definitely, and jumping on what you're saying about the pharmaceuticals is, and kind of what we're talking about before, is as much as we all suggest, like, oh, something high in linalool or myrcene or different compounds with THC, like we have suggested ideas, like it's all anecdotal at this point primarily. There's not been a single study that I've seen that's actually looked at human intake of cannabinoids and terpenes and goals and treatments, really. There's been very, very little and none on inhalation. I think Sue Sisley's working on one right now, safety of that, which will be incredible. So, like you're saying, we're right on the edge where these things are finally able to start happening. So it's gonna be incredible to start seeing that data come in. And speaking of terpenes being the next wave, I think I spoke at the FDA a couple weeks ago, and it seems like they're going to be holding the bar on cannabinoids pretty high, and I don't see them entering our food supply, if ever. But terpenes, when you, for example, steam distill them, you actually reduce the cannabinoid content, and there's none. They're too heavy to be lifted by the steam for extra. So you can make an essential oil terpene extraction of cannabis or hemp that can then be used for food and beverage, and that because that GRAS study exists for terpenes already, for generally regarded safe, I proposed to the FDA that they just allow hemp essential oils, which are those same compounds, to be approved. And because there's no reason not to, so we're still waiting on their reply. But once that gets approved, that's an immediate step for the entire industry to start using hemp and cannabis terpenes in food finally. So I think that is the future. I think that'll be the next big wave for terpenes. We'll be moving beyond cannabis terpenes being in inhaled products or in recreational products, but being in everything we consume.
I had to train my iPhone and my computer to accept the word terpenes because it would, it would spell check it, and now it just accepts it readily. And I kind of see that as the wave of moving forward in 2019 and beyond, is that terpenes is a word even that more and more people are having on their lips. There's more discussion about it. There's more education than ever about what does your cannabis taste like? What does it make you feel like? And terpenes, I really feel in all aspects of food, beverage, cannabis, are going to be even increasingly more popular.
I guess maybe I'll just add that, it's on us to really drive this movement. And, coming from a linguistics background, language isn't learned and retained unless it's used. So it's really on us to create this new narrative and shift the dialogue in the direction we want it to go in order to, help us all appreciate cannabis for the amazing, wonderfully complex plant that it is.
So I want to thank everybody for being here today, and appreciate you being on the podcast, The Talking Hedge. I'd like to thank my guest, Nicole. She's with the Oblend, or Altopa, maker of the Oblend. I'd like to thank Alison. She's representing CASP and the Terpestival. I want to thank David. He is here with True Terpenes.
I also want to thank my guest, Hunter Holliman with Forefront Ventures.
And Kayla is here representing the Cannastamp and Cannabinder.
Thanks, Josh.
And we're going to wrap this up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is a Talking Hedge, your cannabis business podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't. And I'm out.